According to the USDA, when you plant your flowers in your garden like this, what it does, they absorb the water and throw it right back into the ground. It comes right back up in your crop. So actually, you're helping yourself. And I preach, I've noticed your okra, you got the black native bees all over your okra. People, we need those bees. When they say save the bees, save the native bees instead of the honeybees, and I raise honeybees. So I mean,
Right.
You need those native bees if you're gonna get a good crop. And look at your sunflower seeds over yonder.
I know, I love those.
That's different one. That's a different brand than what I have, isn't it?
Yes, sir. That's black oil sunflower seeds. I grow that to feed my livestock.
Because my sunflowers are this tall, but they only got little flowers.
Those are different. That's those big, big black oil sunflower seeds that you see in livestock feeds and used as supplements.
You do like I do. You got okra here. You got okra over yonder, don't you?
Yes, sir.
I thought so. You got corn here, corn over yonder. There used to be corn there. That's the way I do it. When I find an empty spot, I stick something in
You
it.
stick something in it.
Look, my little watermelons, I stuck them in a spot. I wish I could replant them. I'm going to go home and replant them.
Yes, so if you live in zone 9A, 9B, zone 10, A or B, or zone 11, you actually could go ahead and plant seeds now in July, and that gives you 90 days till it gets fully ready to be harvested before the first freeze.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't realize that. We basically have a 10-month growing period for hot crops in zone 9B. So you just gotta play with it, folks. Yeah, Daddy. So here's the hibiscus.
That's millet, isn't it?
Yeah, I've got mullein or mullet, whatever you call it, and then this is hibiscus.
Millet seed there.
Actually, Dad, I think it just popped up.
That's beautiful. That's corn. That's millet. This is millet.
Yeah, I don't remember planting that.
That's exactly what it is.
But I planted a lot of cover crops this year, folks. Now, for some of you, it's going to be confusing to look at this garden. You're going to be like, it's just too busy. It's too much stuff on the ground. Notice one thing. I'm growing all this food, and I don't have an official water system out here.
You don't need it.
I don't need it. My soil's so covered, it doesn't need any of this. So I wanted to share with you guys something the USDA told me when they were here and doing soil samples the other day. If you have an area in your garden or your yard that needs amending, plant corn. So corn is one of those plants that basically puts a lot of sugar-like substances in the soil. And Daddy, when you're trying to make something like worm tea or a biological tea, you and I both know you have to add sugar, molasses, something like that to grow the bacteria, right?
That's right.
You want to get bacteria back in your soil? Plant corn everywhere. Everywhere. Corn actually adds like I said, like a sugary substance to your soil, guys, which naturally increases biological life in it.
Yeah. I said the reason in a rural area like this, the reason you can't harvest, the coons don't bother it, the deer don't bother it, that big German shepherd's walking around at night.
Oh yeah, all night long.
Nothing comes in this yard.
And if anybody will notice, my German Shepherd's not out here right now. If y'all want to know what he's doing, he's in the house sleeping because he works nights.
Yeah.
So I tell people he works nights. Now, I know the corn is probably ready to be harvested, but this is going to be turned into meal. So I'm letting it dry on the cob, and then I will remove it from the ear, and then I will mill it and turn it into cornmeal. So this is dent corn. This is not actually sweet corn.
Dent corn, yeah.
So it's got to stay there and dry until that whole thing starts to turn brown.
When Grandpa, years ago, when he raised his cattle, he would come out when he got about that high, and like he got the corn ready to harvest, he would chop it off about halfway and get down below that ear of corn and throw the whole thing to the cattle. They'd eat the whole stalk, corn shucks and all.
Yeah.
I mean, they'd eat it all.
Pigs will too. My rabbits. So yeah, these are black oil sunflower seeds. So what's been happening is I've been feeding my rabbits all of this. All of this. That's what they do in Africa. They're actually raising rabbits. They grow corn, use the rabbit poop to grow the corn, and then they use the corn stalk to feed the rabbits.
A cycle.
That's right. Closed loop circle.
That's how you do it on small acreage. You can produce more on small acreage because you don't need all the labor, the equipment, and you can take better care of it.
Yep.
So on a small area, what's this, a quarter acre?
Quarter acre market garden.
And I'll tell you what, the stuff she gets out of here will stagger your imagination.
That's hundreds of pounds.
You don't need 5,000 acres of okra to get a bushel of okra a day.
That's right.
I mean, you can do it on 10 or 15 plants over a period of a week. You can harvest a lot of okra.
Oh yeah, I can easily feed my family of 3 that lives on this property with what I produce on this property. If food stops being moved around tomorrow, I produce enough corn and stuff like that to be able to feed my family and my animals for at least through the grow season. Now, will we get tired of vegetables and chicken and rabbit? Yeah, but I wouldn't starve.
Well, and the good thing is living rural like this, put your German Shepherd inside and let him have a night off and take your shotgun and sit under that tree right there.
That's right.
You can fill your freezer full of coons and deer.
That's exactly right. That's what people do too. So, because we have laws
And
here.
hogs, wild hogs.
Yes, sir. We passed a wild hog the other day that had to weigh 400 pounds. It looked like a dog. I mean, not even a dog, like a deer running beside the truck. We made eye contact when I passed it.
Yeah, it's like Samantha said. It looks wild and crazy, but I'm gonna tell you something. You won't believe the stuff she grows. She's got pumpkins buried down in the grass, pumpkin over there, watermelons over here. And actually, if you can't, like I said, corn. She got corn in 4 or 5 different places. She's got millet, sunflower seeds, okra, and a lot of this stuff in here is herbs. It really is herbs. She likes to plant herbs, and which I don't blame her because I do the same thing. But it really comes out nice. Like she said, she don't have a watering, well, she got a watering system. She don't use it. She don't need it. She got enough compost buried in that dirt, that ground down there. It would almost grow rocks. Later on, when it bears out this winter, she'll come in here and pull the cover over it, tarpaulin, and just let it rot down. Come next summer, it'll be bare ground, no grass. It's all decayed, ready for the next year's crop. She's doing a fantastic job. Look at the mint. She better contain that mint. It's got a habit of taking over, but it sure is nice to have mint tea with a little ginger every once in a while. Like and subscribe. Judge it from the size of this corn and the color of that silk. This corn's about ready to harvest. The trick is, where she's at, rural. If you don't watch out for the coons and the deer, you're not going to raise the gardens. And this fence right here won't keep coons or deer out. And what it does, it keeps the chickens and her dog out. She's got 2 massive dogs, one a German Shepherd, and the other, I have no idea what you call it, massive big white dog. The German Shepherd sleeps during the day and runs this place at night. Nothing gets in this yard at night. Not without that shepherd passing him first. The big white dog, he takes care of it during the daytime. Nothing or nobody comes in this yard unless they walk past him. If you got a good look at that dog, you'd think twice before you pass him. So anyway, and that's how she composts. Chickens, see them? There's her chickens. She throws the excess squash and stuff in there, and them chickens have a field day. They really do. They love it. Like I said, corn, okra. I passed it up. Way in the back's blackberries, figs, and figs. More corn, more okra. There's some millet. Quite a lot of different stuff. I can't get over all this stuff. You got beans, peas, okra.
Everything just mixed together. It kind of resembles a jungle. Honestly, Dad, I don't know. I'm noticing as we're letting the soil go back to a more natural state while we're gardening and we're encouraging the native species to come back, I'm getting some really tremendous types of plants. Like, I didn't know this was millet, you guys.
Yeah.
I didn't know what it was.
That is dry, makes the best. You can make syrup out of that.
I did not know that.
Yeah, you can make syrup, feed animals, make syrup.
I knew you could feed animals. In fact, when I raised quail, millet was something that they ate on a regular basis.
Yeah. Millet seeds.
Yeah, and I want to show you guys. So my chickens are a wee teeny tiny. Yeah, how spoiled they are. Look, they eat a lot of natural foods, but their habitat is something like they would have in nature. They're over there dust bathing. The ladies, oh, let's not watch that. The ladies need a little privacy. Look at them over there bathing.
Yeah. Digging and eating, digging and eating.
Oh, yeah. And these are 3-year-old hens still producing eggs every single day.
They're beautiful.
Yeah, just so you guys know what runs home protection around here, that is a Dogo Argentina puppy.
Yeah, he's a
18
baby.
months old. Yeah, that's a baby.